Computer, sorry. You have.
We're building it into our budget.
Awesome.
And then we'll propose when the board approves the budget, then that's.
Cool. It's going to be fun. Yep, I get it. That's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm not.
I know how that works. Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm excited to work with you guys. Yeah. All right, guys, it is right about 2 o'clock, so we are going to get started. First off, does anybody want this unopened Celsius? There's only one. Yes? All right, we have a taker. So guys, welcome to BAM Online. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to BAM. If you guys want to wave to the camera back here, got our friend Austin man and everything back there. Thank you guys for being here. We are going to start out with some real quick introductions. You guys, I think most of you have all been here before, but we do this twice a month. The goal is just for me to teach some concepts of what's happening in marketing, give some ideas out there so you can then go try to apply them to your business. So let's do some quick intros. Just going to pass this mic around. If you just want to give your name, your business name, and what problem your business solves, we'll get started over here. And then in chat, if you guys are live, you can do the same in chat. Just put your name, business name, and what problem your business is solving.
Hey guys, my name is Jessica Spahn. I do the marketing for the Keller Point, which is a recreational facility in Keller. The problem it solves is everything. If you feel sad and lonely, you have community. And if you need to lose those pounds, there's ways to do that there too. So,
hey guys, I am Desiree. I own Like Minded Nutrition, and we help you solve any health and wellness issues that you may have, whether that's getting more protein, getting more vitamins, or just giving you some assistance with, coming up with an actionable plan to make your quality of life a little better.
Or if you want some delicious protein cookies.
My name is Dale Davis. I'm co-founder of Adaptable Scuba. We take people with disabilities scuba diving. So what problem do we solve, or what do? We quality of life. We help people with disabilities enjoy a higher quality of life.
And I'm Carrie Ann Melendez, also co-founder of Adaptable Scuba.
I'm Laura Jenkins, and I'm the owner and founder of Granny's Toilet Detailing. And what we are solving are those despicable public toilets. We are detailing them, cleaning the grout, the walls, the stalls, the drains, and the light and the fixture at the top. So that's what we solve, so that everybody will be comfortable.
And you use the same cleaning stuff as Buc-ee's.
And we use the same equipment that Buc-ee's uses. It is a steamer that we have paid thousands of dollars for. We're not going in there with a towel and a spray bottle.
Yeah. I had to throw that part in. That's how I remember it. Bathrooms like Buc-ee's, tagline.
I'm Dave Pappenmeyer. I'm a life coach with Your Next Perfect Step, and I work with Clifton Strengths and Positive Intelligence to help people improve where they are and get to where they want to be.
Hello, my name is Rudy Lara. I'm with Sales Geek, and we are on a mission to change the way the world perceives sales. So we do it by providing a part-time sales director come in and help you with your sales function.
My name is Tina Karen. I own a boutique portrait studio in Colleyville, Tina Karen Portraits and Fine Art. And the problem that I solve is if I had a nickel for every person that told me they are not photogenic and I will never take a good picture of them, that's the problem I solve because I prove them wrong almost every time.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Vanessa Burks with the Keller Chamber, and the problem that we solve is we connect small businesses with the community.
Love it. Awesome. Awesome. Good. Thank you guys all for being here. All right, so we've got a worksheet in front of you. So today we are going to be going through the 12 proven email marketing strategies. And my hope for you is at least one of these things you can use and apply. The last session, we talked a little bit more about email marketing in general, why it's important, is it still relevant? how to generate ROI from it. And today we're going to be talking a little bit more about just proven strategies. So when you're doing email marketing, some things to keep in mind and consider. So just by show of hands, email marketing in the room, how many of you guys are doing some sort of email marketing? Okay, about half-ish. Okay, so yeah. So the truth is email marketing is not dead. It is still very important, and it actually has the highest ROI out of any sort of marketing. Even big brands use email marketing, and they will say that's their most profitable and their lowest cost source of generating conversations, leads, and even sales. And so we're going to go into some specifics today. And if you guys do take any fun pictures, I don't know who in here would be taking any fun pictures. There you go, yes. Jessica Spahn is the queen of fun pictures over here. But make sure you tag us at Genie Rocket Results. You can use the hashtag BAM Networking. So if you want to take any fun pictures here. And this is, I'll put this up at the end. So we do have like an online community as well. So we keep the conversation going outside of just this room. So it's our free networking community group. We post the replays of all the videos here. So if you ever really enjoyed one of these and maybe I was a little boring and you fell asleep halfway through it and you want to recap on some of that, you can find them all in here. But let's jump in. So 12 proven email marketing strategies for boosting performance. So number one, guys, this is so important, a strategy of avoid purchasing email addresses. There's a lot of people that can sell you bulk emails and they make their money off that. These people did not raise their hand to be on your list and they don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you. And that's when people get the wrong taste in their mouth of thinking like, who is this spamming my inbox, right? It's uninvited. They'll shut you down. And yes, not, of course not. No one would ever think that. No one would ever think that. But so it might seem like a quick shortcut, but it actually is not, because it not only hurts your reputation as a brand, it also hurts your sending domain as an email. So if you get a bunch of bounce rates, unsubscribes, stops, hit the spam wall, that's going to hurt your future deliverability when you have quality email addresses. So if you acquire them the right way, but you started doing it the wrong way, that's going to hurt that sendability. And so those that bought list, they haven't consented to receive messages from you. It leads to poor engagement, potential spam. And so what we want to do is focus on strategies where people are actually raising their hand and they want to be on your list. So you have a healthy email list. So that's number one, if you're filling in the blank. It's avoid purchasing email addresses. Number two, we've talked a lot about this, growing your list with lead magnets. Have you guys heard of the term lead magnet before? So a lead magnet is something of high value that you give away in exchange for an email. Does anyone in here have a lead magnet they're using right now to grow their email list? Tina, what's your lead magnet?
It is a brand identity quiz to help people get a little bit more understanding of their authentic brand voice ahead of coming in for shots.
That's great. So when people come to her, instead of saying, join my email list, which is a great offer, it's we're gonna take you through a quiz to provide you some value in exchange for your email. And no matter what kind of business you're in, there's a way that you can leverage lead magnets to collect email addresses and give away something in value. For example, if someone was coming to the chamber site or landing page, it might be, hey, we're going to give you like a welcome to Keller business guide, or here's some hot spots in Keller, or here's some tips of how to grow your networking skills as a business in Keller. So when people come to their website, instead of just click here to join or talk to someone, it's, hey, we're going to give you this free Navigating Keller business guide as a free gift. And so once they give their email address, they're going to be a lot more receptive of emails that come from Vanessa in the future, because she's offering a lot of value on the front end. It wasn't just sign up for the Keller Chamber email list, because nobody really wants to be a part of an email list. They want to receive value from that company. And here's just some other examples, like checklist for productive meetings, right? So something really simple. These don't have to be overly complicated. The good news is if you do this the right way, it can last you for a very, very long time. You don't have to update this every week, every month, or even every quarter. You can have a really good evergreen quiz or download or city guide that continues to add value. So when people come to your site, there's something that they can actually get and they want to receive, and you're growing your email list. So it could be a checklist. This is more of a product-based one. Office snack delivery, request your free snack sample box now. If you have like a delivery or a subscription service, it's that idea of give it away for free. First one's free, right? You're getting all their information and you're delivering value. We're doing a big funnel right now for a book, and he's doing one of the things we're doing is a free plus shipping offer. So it's, hey, get my book for free, just pay the shipping cost. And the goal is he's collecting an email address, getting the book in their hands, but getting all their information, covering the cost. It's free, but he's building a really high quality list of people.
I'm on some of those lists.
You're on some of yes. Yeah, it's always funny when we think about this. We always think back to our own email list to be like, who am I getting emails from, and what have I signed up for? This is a great one. We know lots of like health coaches, people in health and fitness, for like-minded nutrition. This would be a great idea for one, like subscribe to 100 Days of Real Food, get 5 meal plans for free. Let's ditch processed food, join 235,000 others for blog updates and get real food meal plans. It doesn't have to be that extreme, but if you're in the health and wellness, it might be a recipe guide or tips to eating better or something of how to prepare certain foods. That's a great idea for one. Financial planning services. This sounds really boring, but some people might get excited about a spreadsheet download. Free. Who wants to download a spreadsheet? Dale, I'll make sure you have this link before you go. You can get your free spreadsheet. Yeah, good answer. It's the who, not how, right? So it can really fit for any sort of industry. What you really have to ask yourself is, who is the dream customer? What problem are they trying to solve? And how can you get them a step closer to their results with you taking yourself out of the picture? It's not what's in it for me, other than collecting an email address and giving value. We're not trying to collect it and spin them to a sale real fast. We're trying to collect it and add lots of value. And then last example here. So if anyone that's in like personal development or business coaching, business planning, personal growth tips from personal growth geeks. So sales geeks, you might steal this one, right? This could be something, yeah. You'd be like, get sales tips from the sales geeks. I mean, I would sign up for that. If it's weekly or daily tips from the sales experts in your inbox, that is highly valuable. And that's the stuff that people want to sign up for. I don't want to sign up for the sales geek email list. It's like, I don't know what I'm getting. It's just a black hole. I'm probably going to get a sales call. So number 3 is segment your audience. Who knows what that means? Yes, that's right. So segmenting them into lists based on shared characteristics like product interest, geographic location, gathering additional information. So if you have a really high value free offer, sometimes you can even do a 2-step sign up. So step 1 over here this is for Kiss My Keto. Make keto diet easy and sustainable with Kiss My Keto. Subscribe and enjoy 15% off. After they put in their email address, they immediately get this next screen that says, thank you, now why are you here? And they have to select one of these. I'm interested in starting keto, I'm on a low carb diet, I'm ready to lose weight. So they're putting themselves into a list that's gonna trigger separate email automations. So think about if you're collecting emails, and let's say even like Keller Chamber, maybe it's after they get the free city guide, they could then answer one of 3 or 4 questions like, I just moved to Keller, I've been here a while, and I'm trying to accomplish X. I'm trying to find some new networks. Like, what are the top questions people that are joining the Keller Chamber are going to be asking? And then ultimately, how does that help Vanessa have better conversations with those people or send them better emails based on one of those categories? So the more specific you can get and the better tailored messages you can deliver, the more response that you're going to have. So it's less generalized and more specific. All right, this is kind of the same thing, but prioritize zero-party data collection. All that this means is you're collecting real information from real humans that are opting in themselves. You're not borrowing it from someone else. You're not buying the list from somebody else. You are getting real, authentic people to raise their hands and put in their own information. And guys, in the digital world that we live in, I know whenever I say marketing, everyone immediately jumps to be like, oh, I don't do social media, or I do social media, but this is way more than just social media. And if you build your whole business on social, you're actually building it on rented lands. And the more that you can get people off of social and into an experience like this and collect an email, then you're not at risk of Mark Zuckerberg changing an algorithm and your stuff not being seen anymore. When you have an email, you can control that experience, right? You can send the emails, you own that data, and it is so important to find ways to collect email information that is not just a bot list. Number 5, regularly clean your email list. Bucky's clean. So maintaining a healthy email list by removing inactive accounts, respecting unsubscribe requests. This practice helps like avoid the spam filters, ensures compliance. And guys, compliance is getting absolutely crazy. So Outlook and Google and all those big email service providers or ESPs are changing how they mark things as spam and how things get delivered. So the better you have a clean list and you have easy ways to unsubscribe, the better deliverability you're going to have.
The Plus and Contact, February 1st, they enacted something where you can have some sort of, yes, what you're saying, but like it was really weird. We had to change where it's coming from or something.
Yeah, like your DMARC authentication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if somebody unsubscribes, you automatically like take them off your list. So if you send out, a new batch of email marketing, you're not going to send it to them if they unsubscribe, right?
If you're on Genie Rocket, it does that. I don't know. So most email marketing platforms do have some sort of unsubscribe feature, and it's actually required by most email marketing platforms.
We get to think it's like, oh, one person unsubscribed, so I assume that they wouldn't get another email, but you mentioned that, like, man, I hope it doesn't send another one. I think unsubscribed.
Yeah.
Make sure they're gone.
Make sure they're gone, yeah. And the really good way to do it is if you can have a separated channel, do not disturb or unsubscribe list. Like, again, this is what Genie Rocket does. So if someone says stop on text, it doesn't unenroll them from everything. So it separates it from text, Google My Business, Facebook DM, Instagram DM, email. So if they say stop, remove, unsubscribe, go pound sand, it automatically marks them as like they won't get anything on that channel. But yeah, that's very, very important to have because people can actually report you, which is ridiculous if you don't have unsubscribe, and that can blacklist your email, and it can just it's a domino effect of danger. And just to let you guys know, there are some web services out there too that can actually go and scrub your email list. So if we have clients sometimes that come with like a 10,000 person list, and they're like, I'm just going to import all these into Genie Rocket. And we're like, where did you get this? Like, well, we bought some of this, and this other company gave us these lists. And so that's a big no-no, because if you import 10,000 people and over half of those are bad emails or unsubscribed at some point, then you could take a perfectly healthy email server and destroy it in a day. So if you ever are moving to a CRM and you have a big list of people, I would recommend cleaning your list first or taking it through a service to actually validate those email addresses are real. Because if you get a bunch of bounce backs, that also counts against you. So if half those emails don't exist anymore and they come back to the server as undeliverable, the server will get pinged, and that can actually shut you down from being able to send emails, which is no bueno. All right, number 6.
Brad, can you go back to that again?
Yes, sir.
What are ways you can do that without doing it for
So there's specific websites that you can upload a whole list to, and they will scrub your email list for you. So they'll go through and says like real, not real, real, not real. I know in Genie Rocket, there's a way you can select all your emails and click one button, and it will basically do a green check or a red check, and you can delete all the ones that are red checked. So there's a few services out there to scrub. Great question. Number 6 is experiment with A/B testing on subject lines. You guys all familiar with the concept of A/B testing? Okay. So no, that's completely fine. It's one of those marketing terms that us marketing nerds hear all the time, and sometimes we assume everybody knows what that means. So A/B testing is For email, let's say you send out one email to 10,000 people. 5,000 of those people get one headline, the other 5,000 get another headline. And you can actually see which one gets better metrics on opens, clicks, marked as spam, all those things, which is really helpful because you're not putting all your eggs in one basket to be like, I hope this one works. And so there's a lot of email programs. If you do send out emails, they will do A/B testing for you. So you can say, here is subject line number 1, here is subject line number 2. You push one button and it tests those headlines. There's some email programs that will send out a sample size and it will pick the winner, and the winner gets the rest of those emails delivered to it. So that's live data testing, which is really nice.
Most all of the email programs offer this?
Most do. I know Genie Rocket does. I think like MailChimp probably has A/B testing. If you upgrade your subscription. Yeah, thank you.
We just switched off the constant contact because of their changes and double the price and just switched into MailChimp, but we don't really know what it does yet.
Okay, we'll talk.
Something called Genie Rocket.
From what I've heard, it's really good. But A/B testing is great because unfortunately, sometimes we think we have the best ideas, and the only one that can really test those ideas aren't ourselves or even like smart marketing people. It's the people you're sending it to. There's a story of Russell Brunson, who created the software called ClickFunnels. He's about like $1 million a day to hire him to do any marketing work. It's ridiculous. And there's a group that brought him in and they said, hey, which of these is going to work? Like, we want to know which one of these we should promote and launch. And he said, I don't know. He said, we have to test and optimize. We have to let the people vote with their wallets to see which one they prefer. Because it's not about being the smartest in the room. It's about taking it to market and seeing beautiful pictures on the screen.
Do you have any resources for helping with creating those subject lines?
Yes. Hold on one second. Sorry.
Please.
Yay! So you guys have all used Chatbot GPT, right? So that's a great place. If you're on Genie Rocket, we have actually built-in AI generators too. But that's a great place to say, I'm writing an email about X, solving a Y problem, come up with 3 or 4 subject lines for me. And that's a great way just to kind of get an out-of-the-box idea, something that you would normally come up with, and just pick from one of those. There's also some tools online if you just Google subject line generator for emails. I'm sure there's a million different generator tools. The key is keep it short and create an abundance of curiosity. Because you want people to open it and not just assume what it's going to be in there and move on to the next one. And personalize it if you use someone's first name. My favorite ones, like if Jessica got an email, I've done this before, you just say, Jessica, ? And that's the subject line. She's like, what? What in the world?
It's like, delete. I thought I blocked you.
Yeah. Or asking a question. So curiosity, it's like, Jessica, did you get this ? Or Jessica, are you still there? So those are the ones that, you know, you're trying to get them to react. It drives curiosity. All right, number 7. Oh, led right into it. Personalize your emails, addressing subscribers by name, tailoring email content to their interests. So back to the story of like Keller Chamber. If Vanessa was doing an email and it had their first name and it knew whenever they downloaded the city guide that they were a brand new business and they were just looking to get connected. So because she knows those 2 things, that could trigger a very specific email. And it could say, hey, this is Vanessa with Chamber of Commerce in Keller. We're so glad that you downloaded our city guide. I saw that you were a new business looking to connect with some other folks. Here's some resources I recommend. Very personalized, but it's all automated. Like, she just has to build that flow chart out. And so she knows if someone comes in and they raise their hand saying, I have this problem, that they could get that automated response helping them to a next step. Yeah?
I'm with you.
And we're going to help you do that and build that. But those are the things too, like when you leverage what's called marketing automation, those are the things, and Tina and I were talking about this earlier, when you have all those ideas in your head and you figure out what are the things that are repeatable that I'm just doing, how can you start to automate those things and create processes for them So you can be out there in the community doing things like this, meeting people, having conversations, and not sending boring, lame emails, answering people's questions. Cut and paste. All right, number 8 is creating compelling calls to action. Your email should encourage readers to take specific actions with clear, concise, and compelling calls to actions. And this helps guide your subscribers through the sales funnel, improving conversion rates. What in the world does that mean? Going back to the example, let's say Vanessa's email said, hey, welcome to Keller. I see you're looking to connect. Your next step is blank. Come to our membership like 101 kickoff event, or come to our Coffee on Tuesdays event. We're guiding them to a very specific and clear next step. The more specific you make it, the more conversions you're going to have. If it just said, click here to contact us if you have any questions, like, nope. Unless there's someone in extreme pain that really has a problem, they're not going to do anything. But if it's very clear, if Jessica Spahn, get to the point, had an email, and maybe the call to action there was come attend a free class, right? We're calling them into an experience, to something very specific. Come enjoy a free cookie at Like Minded Nutrition. Class and cookies. But guys, this one is really important because most people forget this. They send out these great emails, but they don't call people to action. And Rudy, I'm curious if you'd agree with me as the sales expert in the room, a lot of sales don't happen because the sale is never asked for. You give a ton of value, and then it's like, there's no closure. It's like, great, well, let me know if you have any questions. I'll check back in and blah, blah, blah. Instead of, hey, does it make sense to go ahead and blank? And then you can address all the objections, do some objection handling. Overcome objections. Okay, number 9 is ensuring landing page consistency. So aligning the message of your landing page with your email campaigns. This helps create consistency and fulfill the subscriber's expectations. What in the world is a landing page, and why is that different than just taking them to your homepage? Does anybody know?
So they don't have to keep clicking through to try to find something, get frustrated in that.
Exactly. Yes. If you're inviting someone to take a free scuba experience lesson and they're like, I'm in, like, I'd like to sign up for the free scuba lesson. You wouldn't just take them to your website. You're like, cool, good luck, right? You would take them to a page that says, here's where you can book your free scuba experience. Here's what other people say. Here's how to get started. That's it. If you confuse, you lose. So you want to keep it very clear and concise. So when you're doing email campaigns with a call to action, make sure you have a matching landing page. Really simple. It's one page. You normally don't have all of your navigation at the top, right? You don't want to get people distracted. We're distracted enough as it is. If someone is going for Tina, and maybe she has a free consultation for a portrait session, and they go to the free consultation page, the first thing people don't want to see, here's the 18 links at the top you can click before you hear my message. You just get straight to the point.
Right?
If you put that at the bottom, like your link to your website, so if you want to know more about Tina's business, you can find it easily, but that's after you address the call to action.
You can, yep. We call it the kitchen sink. So anything, if people didn't fulfill what they were looking for, you can kind of put your navigation links at the bottom. Yeah, and the simpler you can make it, the better.
You said 3 things. You said, here's what people have to say. What was the on a landing page like that from an email campaign for.
Oh, so that was just some examples. So it's usually like your headline, you're completing here's the problem you're looking to solve. Here's what other people say about it. Here's how to get that thing. And then you can do like FAQs, or kind of depending on what service or experience you're trying to give people. And guys, this is so stinking cool. You can personalize landing pages now and like actually pull in people's names. You can do it on Genie Rocket. Exclusively. We have a special personalized naming license. No, but so imagine this experience. So if someone goes into, let's say they get an email from Like Minded Nutrition, they want to try one of these famous protein cookies that they keep hearing about. Everyone keeps talking about these cookies. And they click on the link to claim their free personalized or their free protein cookie. Then on the page they land on, it's going to say, Hey, Dale, we're so excited you're ready to try one of our cookies. Here's how to get it. So then they get the personalized email. Their name is on the landing page, dynamically pulled, and that's all powered through the same system you're using for email marketing. So it can pull that same information and just give everyone a very congruent experience that feels very personalized and a little creepy. Be like, hold on, why does this website have my name on it? I mean, just an example, right? Like, have the biggest cactus in town, John. I don't know what that means, but that's an example. This is obviously a cactus store. Don't overthink it. Let's just move on. And then leveraging data for continuous improvement. Where a lot of people don't spend time is once they do these emails or they string together a bunch of emails and they're using them for months or years, they don't ever go back and look at the data. We talked a little bit about this on the last BAM, and if you didn't see that one, I would recommend going back and watching it, because we talked about the specific data points to measure, because the email will give you an abundance of data with open rates, deliverability rates, if you were marked as spam, if people actually clicked on it. So it will give you that data. So over time, you can see which ones are working and which ones are not working, and you can eliminate the ones that aren't working. You can keep the ones that are, and you can learn from the ones that are, to try to improve future emails. Say, what was it about this subject line or this message or this link? And then, like we always talk about, marketing is not like a push button, everything fixed. It's an experiment. It's just a big experiment. And we have to keep trying things to see what's working. And it's not that one person has it figured out and everyone else is trying to catch up. It's we're all on our own journey trying to figure out what's the messaging, the market fit, the offer. There's so much that goes into it. And that's why it's frustrating. That's why you guys are in a class right now trying to learn some of this stuff, is because it's not a linear path. It truly is an ongoing journey and experiment for everyone, including myself, as we're always trying to refine messaging and all those details. So the data can give us an abundance of clarity. And then, like we talked about, always just offer an unsubscribe option. Don't be offended if people leave your list. That's okay. It wasn't for them. It's okay. There's one of my favorite marketers. His name is Seth Godin. He's written a lot of incredible books. And he talks about building your tribe. And if you're building something that's really special, it's not going to be for everybody. But you have to be okay with that being okay. Like, if it's not for you, you have permission to leave. And we're going to make it easy to leave. And if you're offended and you don't want this, that is okay. It's not for you. And I think we all have to be okay with that with our brand, because the more general we are, then the less special we become. And we're not going to get that.
It also needs to work, because I'm on a couple of lists that are pissing me off.
Yeah. And that's why too, it's important to be careful on like frequency. Like, I probably don't obey that rule as much as I should. I know I email a lot, but it's good to have like a good cadence of frequency of how you're providing value, what you're inviting people into, making sure that you're offering more value than you asking somebody for something, because you want to be seen as the expert and the value provider, not the one that's just always asking for something. There's another famous marketer named Gary Vaynerchuk, who's a little vulgar, but he does really well. And he's got a book called Jab, 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 Right Hook. And so each jab is value. So the idea is like, bring a ton of value, 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 then ask. Same thing in sales, right? When you're trying to have those conversations, it's all about that person, what they're trying to solve, what the problem is. And then if there's a solution there, you bring in the solution and you're the guide to helping them get what they want. So those are the 12 things. Do you guys have any questions on emails? Anything we talked about today? Any of these 12 things? Was this helpful? Do you guys, I'd love to hear, out of all of these, which one stood out the most for you guys? Subject line?
Yeah. I mean, I just looked at my rates. So the last one had a 5500, I said 268% open rate, 3% click rate.
Yeah.
But I'm curious though, is it going to get better?
Yeah. So guys, even though those numbers sound low, like 3% click rate is actually really good. So don't be disheartened if you're like, 3%? Yeah.
But I still need to do better.
Yeah.
So that's a good point.
If you can get above a 30% open rate, that is above average. If you can get above a 3% click-through rate, that is above average. New challenge, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Yes.
So on the lead magnet, would that be email or would that be like on your website? If somebody goes on your website and then there's a pop-up, you get their information to provide them with whatever value that you're providing them?
Great question. So the lead magnet would be on your website, so you can get the email. So you now have permission to add them to your list.
So is that a really beneficial, like to do a pop-up on your, so that's essentially if you go to your website, it pops up on your website. Is that like pretty beneficial, like overall? I mean, you know more than I do, like, but if you do that on a website, do you get a lot of emails that way typically?
Yeah. So, I mean, just to show you a quick example, so like even on our website, we've got a pop-up, but just right here. So like download the 5-step marketing playbook. So we get emails every single day from here of people that I don't know, and I don't know how they found the site. I don't know where they came from. But once they get this, they immediately get an automated email back saying, here's the thing, thank you, hope you enjoy it. Then it waits like several days and it starts doing like a slow drip, like introduction and nurturing. So the neat thing is when you have this built out, you know, it works on autopilot and you know you've got a pre-built long system of trying to nurture them to something. And then over time could turn into something or it could turn into nothing. But yeah, the idea is not having a messed up screen. There you go. Just needed the magic finger. But yeah.
What do you see difference, if anything, for a nonprofit versus all the for-profit folks?
So I would say if the goal is, it depends on the goal. If the goal is for like donor awareness, like if you're trying to attract more donors versus if you're trying to get more people in the water, then those might be two separate lead magnets. Okay. So donors could be, hey, learn about a unique donor experience that's providing this experience for these people, unlike any other opportunity you've seen. You know, so it's a little bit of that approach, and then in the water people, it could be, you know, here's 4 things that people with disabilities have been able to do that they formerly thought they could never do before. Something that's like enlightening and drives curiosity. You could do much better than that, but that was just my off the cuff.
No, that's very good because there's the 3 things that we need, you know, is we need volunteers, we need donations, and donations can also be not just money, but skill. And then we have participants. Now, the thing, and everybody thinks that it's amazing, oh, we can do this and you get more participants. Participants isn't what we really, that's not our highest priority. You know, if you build it, they will come. And the word of mouth, I mean, if everybody brings one person, then the whole thing's done. But it's volunteers and, you know, and donations.
Yeah.
And the donations is money, expertise, or their individual time.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
I said there's basically three different aspects to this that it's just figuring out.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can have all those on one page. So it's trying to create just an abundance of clarity of what problem are you trying to solve, and here's the first step. We're going to give you something for free to get you started on thinking about that problem.
So on the landing page, they could actually be the 3 if this then. I mean, they could
choose your own adventure.
Click their primary.
Yeah, and guys, another great way too, if you don't have a lot of traffic on your website already, if you pick up my business card, I mean, this is. You know, you can see on the back of my business card, I have a QR code. So whenever I go to networking meetings, this is join our free marketing workshop. So that's how I'm also using a lead magnet, is you can invite people offline to go online to get something. And you don't say, scan this to visit my website. Don't ever say that. It's like you see a plumbing truck driving by and it's like, follow us on social. It's like, why would I follow you on social, plumber? So think about that lead magnet, and that's what you promote. For Vanessa's card could say, download our free like new 2024 Keller City Guide. Boom, right? It's not visit our website.
I mean, and I like that because I have joined our email list.
Yeah, good challenge. Shame. It's okay. It's okay. It's just thinking differently because nobody wants to go to a website, right? They want what's behind the website. For Rudy, everybody knows that sales is the lifeblood of small businesses and needs to generate more sales so they can hit the goals they want to hit. So it's not just about, hey, go to my website to learn more. It could be, hey, download our 5 sales skills checklist that's going to help you catapult sales in 2024.
I get sucked in all the time. And I guess, and a lot of times I get really good information.
You say sucked in as it's a bad thing.
Well, it's reality, but like I said, it is amazing that sometimes it's really, really good information. Other times it's like, seriously.
So I'm glad you brought that up. So guys, remember that too. The first impression, like the quality of information and value that you provide is going to be that know, like, and trust at the very beginning. So if what you deliver is low value and high sales, people are going to see through that. If it's really high value and you're not asking for an immediate like sale at the end, then your trust level is going to go up and they're going to be more receptive to receiving more from you. Because what you want people to eventually say is, if I'm getting all this stuff for free, imagine how good it's going to be when I start paying you for your product or service or experience.
Right, that sounds like that'd be another opportunity to experiment with different lead magnets of different value. Because you can think it's valuable, if my client doesn't, it doesn't matter.
That's right. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Experimenting with lead magnets is very, like, if you get into this and you start to get excited about it, you could try different lead magnets for different things. Have one on a business card, have one on a website. We had a coach that generated, this sounds fake, but it's true. And I wish I would have got on like points on the deal, but he generated over $200,000 in one weekend from a lead magnet because he stood on stage and he used a text message where he said, hey, if you guys want to learn more, join my workshop, text this word to this number so I can give you more information about it. It was like a $97 3 or 4 Zoom call workshop that he got an entire conference room to sign up for and made over $200,000 in 3 hours. And the 3 hours was him delivering the value. Like he had to show up on 3 Zoom calls.
Yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't suck.
No,
No, that wouldn't be bad. No.
I mean, I'm sure we would all sign up for that one to do it.
That's the list,
What's that?
the email addresses.
Mhm.
And you said, don't purchase the list.
Yeah.
So you go to, I go, these workshops like this, and I go to Chamber of Commerce meetings to get all these, down in Michigan. I don't necessarily take any business cards anymore. And I'm thinking, so I start taking these business cards and somewhere as I start this email thing,
Mhm.
Maybe I could, my heading would be something about, I come up with something that would be engaging about whatever I'm doing and relate to them that this is how I'm met them.
Yeah.
And then, how do you come with my question? How do you-
So I stole an idea from Tina that worked really well for how to do business cards. Tina, do you want to share what you do?
Sure. So I
Oh, here.
I'm really selective about when I give out or ask somebody for their business card. First of all, like I want to have had a conversation with that person, and I generally will ask them if it's okay if I keep in touch with them through my email list. So they verbally have said it's okay. And then when I get back to my desk, I have an app called BizConnect on my phone, and I have BizConnect automate the entry of that business card information into Genie Rocket. And so when I scan the card in BizConnect, I like to keep my business contacts contained there. I don't like them all mixed up with my personal stuff. So I like them on that business card app, which also makes it easy for me to share to someone else. If someone says, hey, I need my toilet cleaned and I've got your business card, I can say, here's a business card for someone I met, right? So I can help with referrals that way. But it also gives me the ability to drop them into Genie Rocket in an automated way. Once they land in Genie Rocket, it pops me back a text message that says, how do you want to follow up with this person? I have 4 or 5 links that say, just, maybe it was a nice connection, but that was that. And I just want to say, thanks. It was nice to meet you. Maybe I want to schedule a one-on-one. So I have an email trigger that says, invite them to respond whether or not they'd like to do a one-on-one. If they asked, can I schedule a consultation? I have one that sends them a scheduler. And then I have a button that just says, I want to send this person a manual email. And it moves them along a pipeline in Genie Rocket so I can keep track of them.
Without doing Teeny Rockets, what were you doing before that?
Nothing.
Good answer.
Maybe I was remembering to sit down with the card and manually write, thanks, it was nice to meet you. I hope to see you in another, like I was sending the same thing over and over. I either want to meet with that person again and I know it, or I want to be polite and thank them for taking the time to talk to me. Those are the two most frequent things I do after I have a conversation with someone and I get their card. So I wanted to make my life easier for that.
So if I met you once networking and I only got a thank you for meeting you.
I mean, here's the thing, like you probably know if you've met somebody that right away you want to invite them to have a one-on-one. It doesn't mean I never will. It just meant that maybe we didn't have that connection right that minute, but I still want to be polite. And I'll see that person again. And then maybe I'll say, hey, you know, we never did a one-on-one. Would you like to? Type of thing. Like it just gives me a way to get them in my mailing list and get them in front of my regular emails.
Feedback for you, we would have remembered the chamber for what, a year and a half? Thereabouts, a little bit more than that. And you're one of less than a half a dozen people that actually followed up with, hey, it was really good meeting you. And so, you know, it's like, oh, this is Tina. Hey, I remember her. You know, you know.
Yeah, keeps you
And
top
so,
of mind.
But like I said, of all the people that we met through the chamber and other places, like I said, she's definitely one of, you know, maybe a half a dozen people that reach out and just say, hey, you know, it's good to meet you today.
Right.
So,
I think it's because most people
Thank
reach
you.
out to me.
Yeah. And,
And you know something? That I'm where email stuff goes to die. You know? And so, no, without a doubt, without a doubt, it's where it needs to go.
Just signing up for my email list is pointless.
Yeah, no, it's very good to send me emails.
yeah, all to Carrie Ann. So I've even simplified that process, and I love the way you have it. But it's a really good set and forget it, because when people do hand you a card, that's a sort of opt-in, right? It's like I'm giving you my information, so it's not going to be weird if they get a message from you like, "How did you get my information?" You're like, "You gave me your business card." So I do the same thing, and I stole it from her, where I use what's the app called? BizConnect. And it is so easy. I did that today at a networking group, and I just meet people and they're like, can you send me more information or follow up? And all I do, snap a photo, set my phone down, and then I know within X amount of minutes, it's going to automatically get moved into Genie Rocket. It's going to send them a text, and all it says is, hey, first name, which is cool. It pulls their first name from the card. It was so nice to meet you. Here's all my contact information. So it's just a simple like exchange of information. And then I say, wait 30 minutes, and then send another one that says, you know, hey, I forgot to ask if you wanted to grab coffee and do a one-on-one. Let me know if you'd like to schedule time. And all through text message, which is cool, in an AI bot, it will book time all through text, reading my calendar with me not doing anything. So all I have to do is take a picture, set my phone down, and that's it. And then I could end up with an appointment on my calendar.
But here's the beauty of that, right? Two different people want to manage it two different ways, and the automations in Genie Rocket are flexible enough to say, well, I want to do it slightly more hands-on. He wants his to just happen, right? And you can do it either way, which is cool.
Yeah.
So, business card question.
Yes.
So, in our case, we got tired of having separate business cards, so we've got both of our contact information on the very same business card. Is that a problem or an issue, especially with the automated kind of stuff?
With automation, yeah. I mean, it would mess up me and Tina's flow tremendously.
That's what I'm here for.
I remember that. Yeah. Yeah.
So is it
Number of Genie Rocket is people allow people to get contacts based on phone numbers. Like I've had a couple where one phone number is on the card, and there's two different people and two different emails.
We do the same.
And it
Yeah.
won't let me, because I want to have some stopgap that says, well, we've already had this person once, we can have it again. So the key for me is phone number. I mean, it's more complex because I've run into situations where I have to trick the system a little to let it put in those contacts, so.
Yeah.
So the second question with that is these like dot cards, these electronic business cards.
Oh, yeah.
Paper, is that,
I mean,
it's a thing, but I'm finding that it's kind of challenging.
yeah, I prefer traditional business cards. And I think it just gets lost in the noise. Like Tina and I were talking about this today too at a networking group. Like I like to have paper and notebook, and
But
well, It's okay. I mean, I think for everyone, I think there's still something special about getting something that you can touch and feel. And even though everything's going digital, I think there's still something that makes it even more unique to, I think, have a card and associate the brand with not just a screen, but with something you can hold and touch and set on your desk and remember.
And that's what I do. I lay them out as tasks to do kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So real quick, guys, I have, if you want to help me out, I have got a real quick survey as we're trying to make this better. And I'm actually going to, if you fill this out for me, I have a $25 gift card. I'm going to draw one of these today and one of you gets 25 bucks. But it's just a few questions, so it's super easy. But this would really help me kind of just get feedback of what you guys think and how I can make this better for you.
You want our email address on this?
Yeah.
It's one of the things. I already have your email addresses. Like, you guys are already in trouble. Oh, I am so sorry. Making sure you're awake. Yeah. salesgeek42@yahoo. And we'll go ahead and close up online. So guys, online, thank you so much for joining. Hope you got some value from this. I will put a link to this handout too in the replay video. So you'll be able to download that PDF.